Sister Wives star Janelle Brown has finally broken ground on a new home, over a year and a half after moving to North Carolina. She had bounced around while living in Flagstaff, Arizona, with her plural family. Yet now that she is on her own, she is doing things her own way and setting down roots. Keep reading for more details. Janelle Brown finally breaks ground for new home. It was time for Janelle Brown to move on when she saw that she and her husband, Kody Brown, had no future. After nearly 30 years as his second wife, it was clear that they were at different points in their lives. Moreover, Janelle could not see anything romantic with Kody and knew it was time to move on. Former third wife Christine Brown Woolley had already exited the plural family, so it was a natural progression. As for Janelle, her daughter, Maddie Brown Brush, had made a life in North Carolina. Therefore, the Sister Wives star opted to relocate there. They bought land for a farm which was way over their heads, and now Janelle is finally breaking ground on a new home. Just a month before the season 20 premiere, she shared a video of a tractor going through her farm area. It is called Tata, and she noted that they have been waiting for so long and now they have progress. It is unclear if they are breaking ground on the farm space so they can start planting, or if she is finally getting her dream home. One of the biggest issues for Janelle was that she did not own anything. Therefore, she could not leave her kids an inheritance. She saw Christine selling her home in Flagstaff and having somewhat of a nest egg. That was unlike Janelle, who only rented apartments and eventually bought an RV. Moreover, Janelle was adamant that the Sister Wives family start building on their Coyote Pass land. That way, she knew she would own something and never be without. But that dream crumbled. The Browns seemed to sell their land in the new season, not without issue. Love and support. After Sister Wives fans saw that Janelle Brown and her family had broken ground at Tata Farms, they were thrilled. They saw how much sweat went into getting to this point and how hard they worked to get the business up and running. Now, all of the hard work is paying off, and followers could not have been more supportive. Can't wait to see y'all bloom into a wonderful place. Great news, 100% blessings. So happy for you. On August 12, 2025, the family announced that they had gotten their permits for the farm. Therefore, it was only a matter of time before they started making their dreams a reality. Are you excited to see what will come of the farm and how it will flourish? Let us know and watch Sister Wives September 28th on TLC. For years, Janelle Brown of Sister Wives fame has been the quiet powerhouse of the Brown family. Fans admired her independence, her practicality, and her ability to survive in situations that seemed impossible. Whether it was holding down jobs to support Kody's dream of plural living or living in an RV on the rugged Arizona property known as Coyote Pass. But now, for the first time in decades, Janelle isn't just surviving, she's building. Literally. This week, Janelle shocked the Sister Wives fan base when she finally broke ground on a property of her own, a fresh start, away from the wreckage of her marriage to Kody and the chaos that surrounded the family's unraveling. Cameras weren't there to capture every moment, but word spread fast. And when the first photos leaked online of Janelle standing proudly next to excavation equipment, a hard hat on her head, and joy lighting up her face, fans erupted with excitement. "She deserves this more than anyone," one fan wrote on Reddit. "The RV life was temporary. This is permanent. Go Janelle," another posted. But this isn't just a story about construction. It's about reconstruction. Janelle is not only building a home from the ground up, she's rebuilding her identity, her confidence, and her freedom. Anyone who followed Janelle's journey knows that her attempt at living on Coyote Pass in an RV was both bold and heartbreaking. At the time, she told cameras she was determined to make it work. The land represented something bigger than just a patch of dirt. It was supposed to be the shared dream of the entire Brown family. But while Janelle fought off dust storms, rattlesnakes, and the sheer loneliness of living on undeveloped land, Kody was conspicuously absent. His promises of unity crumbled, and his energy seemed to funnel entirely toward his only remaining legal wife, Robin. Janelle's RV experiment ended with more frustration than fulfillment, but in hindsight, it may have been the very push she needed. The dust storms that battered her RV became metaphors for the storm inside her marriage. The cold desert nights mirrored the cold distance between her and Kody. And when she finally admitted to herself and to the cameras that she wasn't happy, fans knew change was coming. Now, change has arrived. Sources close to Janelle say the groundbreaking was small, intimate, and deeply personal. Unlike Kody's grand speeches about building for the whole family that never materialized, Janelle's moment wasn't about pomp. It was about purpose. She wore jeans, work boots, and a casual flannel, classic Janelle style. Instead of flowery speeches, she simply walked to the center of her plot, picked up a ceremonial shovel, and smiled. "This is mine," she reportedly said, her voice steady but emotional. "This is my beginning." There were no Sister Wives cameras, no TLC producers, no Kody in sight. Just Janelle, a few of her children, and the hum of heavy equipment waiting to transform barren land into a foundation. It was a statement louder than any confessional interview she's ever given. Janelle is moving on. So what does Janelle's new home look like? Insiders claim she's opted for a modern farmhouse style, a mix of sleek design with rustic charm. The house will reportedly feature large windows to bring in the Arizona light, an expansive kitchen where Janelle can cook for her children and future grandkids, energy-efficient features, solar panels, a water recycling system, and sustainable materials, a spacious garden area, a nod to her love of gardening and connection to the land. Unlike the never-ending promises of one big family house that Kody floated years ago, a design many of the wives opposed, this house is manageable, realistic, and hers alone. She wants something practical but beautiful, one source revealed. It's not about size, it's about freedom. Of course, the news of Janelle breaking ground sent shockwaves through the Brown family. Christine, who has become one of Janelle's closest allies since leaving Kody, was reportedly thrilled. She even hinted online that she might help with interior design, joking, "Let's just say there will be plenty of kitchen space for cinnamon rolls." Fans loved it. Mary, who has also stepped away from Kody, expressed quiet support. While her own path has taken her toward running her inn and focusing on self-discovery, she allegedly sent Janelle flowers with a note that read, "To new beginnings, proud of you." Kody, on the other hand, was far less celebratory. According to insiders, he saw the groundbreaking as another betrayal and privately fumed that Janelle was using family resources for herself. Fans, of course, found that laughable, since Janelle was the one who financially carried much of the family burden for decades. Robin remained silent publicly, though speculation ran wild that she was unhappy with the symbolism of Janelle moving on so boldly. The reaction from Sister Wives fans has been overwhelmingly positive. Social media lit up with comments like, "Janelle is proving you don't need a man to build your dream." "This is the spin-off show I'd watch, Janelle Built a House." While Kody sits in Robin's mansion, Janelle's out here actually making things happen. Some fans even nicknamed her the Queen of Coyote Pass, pointing out the irony that while the rest of the family abandoned the land, Janelle is the only one turning it into something real. It's easy to look at Janelle's groundbreaking as just another real estate move, but for those who followed her story, it's much more than that. It's a symbol of independence after decades in a complicated, draining relationship. It's a statement that she's not waiting on anyone else's permission to live her life. It's proof that resilience pays off. Fans recall the episode where Janelle admitted through tears that she didn't want her marriage to Kody anymore. It was one of the rawest moments of the series. To see her now, standing proudly on land that is hers alone, feels like the ultimate victory. So, what comes next for Janelle Brown? Beyond finishing construction, sources say she's considering documenting the process, whether through a YouTube series, a book, or even her own Sister Wives spinoff. Imagine a show where Janelle guides viewers through home building, gardening, and reclaiming independence after heartbreak. Fans would line up to watch. More importantly, this new home will serve as a hub for her children. With her son Logan married, daughter Madison raising her own kids, and others charting their paths, Janelle wants her house to be a gathering place, warm, welcoming, and full of love. "This home isn't just for me," she reportedly told a friend. "It's for my kids, my grandkids, and for every version of myself that once thought this day wouldn't come." Janelle Brown breaking ground on her dream home isn't just a milestone for her. It's a message to anyone who's ever felt stuck, overlooked, or underestimated. It's proof that starting over is possible, no matter your age, no matter the obstacles. The woman who once lived in an RV on empty land now holds the keys to her own destiny. And as the walls of her new house rise from the desert soil, so too does her spirit. For years, Janelle was known as the quiet one, the practical one, the wife who kept everything running behind the scenes. Now, she's the leading lady of her own story. And fans couldn't be more excited to watch her build not just a house, but a whole new life. Before we dive deeper into Janelle's new chapter, it's worth revisiting the history of Coyote Pass, the land that became both a dream and a battlefield for the Browns. Purchased in 2018, Coyote Pass was supposed to represent unity. Kody painted a picture of one giant family compound with sprawling houses for each wife, kids running between homes, and bonfires lighting up the desert sky. But that dream never materialized. Instead, it crumbled under the weight of jealousy, financial strain, and Kody's inability to balance four relationships. Christine left first, unwilling to sacrifice her happiness for Kody's fantasy. Miri checked out emotionally, retreating to her inn in Utah. Janelle gave the land one last shot by moving into her RV, but she quickly realized she was the only one still invested in turning dust into destiny. When Robin and Kody settled into a $1 million mansion instead, fans saw the writing on the wall. Coyote Pass wasn't about family anymore. It was about Janelle. And now, years later, she's proving that while the collective dream may have died, her personal vision is alive and thriving. One of the most heartwarming aspects of Janelle's groundbreaking has been the role her children have played. Each of her 6 kids has a unique perspective, and all of them are rallying behind their mom. Logan, her eldest, has always been the steady, responsible son. Though he's focused on his own marriage and career, he reportedly visited the land recently and gave his mom a big hug, saying, "You did it, Mom. You really did it." Madison has been especially vocal in her support. Now raising children of her own, she told friends that Janelle's house will be the grandma house, a place where her kids can grow up with roots. Hunter has been deeply protective of Janelle ever since her split with Kody. He was allegedly one of the first to encourage her to stop waiting around and start building. Fans speculate he may even move temporarily to help her oversee construction. Gabriel also struggled openly with Kody's neglect. Supporting Janelle's new home feels like healing for him too. Savannah, Janelle's youngest, is perhaps the most excited. Still living at home, she gets to watch her mom create a new legacy in real time. Together, they're proof that Janelle's decision wasn't just for herself, it was for the entire next generation. While Janelle was breaking ground, rumors swirled about Kody and Robin's reaction behind closed doors. Allegedly, when Kody first heard about the project, he was furious. Not only did he feel cut out, but he reportedly accused Janelle of using money that should have been for the family. Fans, however, were quick to clap back, pointing out that Janelle spent decades financially supporting everyone, including Robin's kids, while Kody and Robin enjoyed their luxury mansion. "It's laughable," one fan posted on Twitter. "Kody never built a thing for Janelle, and now he's mad she's building for herself? Please." Robin, on the other hand, is said to be quietly fuming. Her biggest fear has always been the wives moving on, building lives without Kody, and leaving her to face the public's judgment alone. Now, with Janelle literally constructing a foundation for her independence, Robin reportedly feels more isolated than ever. A source close to the family hinted, Robin sees Janelle's house as a betrayal, not just of Kody, but of the dream. She wanted everyone to wait, to keep believing in Coyote Pass. But Janelle isn't waiting anymore. One of the most exciting fan theories to come out of Janelle's new chapter is the possibility of a spin-off. Many viewers argue that Sister Wives has lost its spark, focusing only on Kody and Robin's marriage. What fans really want to see is Janelle's journey, her independence, her home building, her kids, and her new life. Imagine a series titled Janelle Builds or Janelle's Next Chapter, a mix of home renovation, family bonding, and personal growth. It could blend the emotional storytelling of Sister Wives with the practical inspiration of HGTV shows. Fans online have been relentless. Forget Sister Wives. I want a show where Janelle teaches us how to survive RV life, manage finances, and build a house on your own. I'd watch Janelle plant tomatoes for an hour. She's the relatable queen. And while TLC hasn't confirmed anything, insiders say they're paying attention to the overwhelming support. Every detail of Janelle's new home seems symbolic. The land itself, once meant to bind the Browns, it now represents her independence. The groundbreaking, a literal tearing up of the old to make space for the new. The design, a practical farmhouse, built not on fantasy but on function. The garden, a place to grow, to nourish, to thrive, a living metaphor for Janelle herself. When fans saw the first shovel hit the dirt, many said it felt like watching years of pain finally transform into possibility. Janelle's journey to this moment wasn't overnight. It took years of small, brave steps. The RV decision in 2021, a bold move, proving she was willing to rough it for her dream. The marriage break, 2022, Janelle admitted she and Kody were separated, choosing her peace over his chaos. The silent strength, 2023. While others chased drama, Janelle quietly worked behind the scenes, planning her future. The groundbreaking, 2025, the moment her private dreams became public reality. Each step has been a chapter in her healing, leading to the most empowering moment of her life. With Janelle now officially building, the question looms, what does this mean for the rest of the Brown family? Christine has already moved on, happily married to David Willey and thriving in Utah. She and Janelle may soon become the power duo fans always hoped for. Imagine their families gathering in Janelle's new home, celebrating holidays together without Kody's shadow looming. Mary continues to carve out her own path. While she's not as close to Janelle as Christine is, the symbolism of both women reclaiming their independence is undeniable. Kody and Robin may be left to sit in their mansion, stewing over the fact that the wives they thought would always orbit them have built entire solar systems of their own. In short, Janelle's house could mark the true end of the Brown family as viewers once knew it, and the beginning of something far more inspiring.
Construction won't happen overnight. There will be setbacks, delays, and challenges. But Janelle's ready. She's weathered worse storms, emotional, financial, and relational. Compared to surviving decades in plural marriage, building a house might feel like a breeze. What fans know for sure is this: Janelle Brown has planted her flag in the soil of independence. And as the walls of her new home rise, so does the admiration of millions who see her as proof that it's never too late to start over. This groundbreaking wasn't just about bricks, beams, or blueprints. It was about freedom. Janelle Brown has spent much of her adult life holding up a family that rarely held her back. Now she's holding a shovel, a set of plans, and her own future. The desert that once symbolized loneliness and neglect now echoes with the sounds of construction, of life, progress, and hope. And when Janelle finally steps across the threshold of her finished home, it won't just be the opening of a front door. It will be the opening of a whole new era.